I can still hear it. Good morning, and welcome to the Boulder Valley Unitarian Universalist Fellowship. I can't believe I had to look down to read that. I'm Eric Williams. My pronouns are he, him. I'm joined today by Service Associate Shanti Samani. Today's music is provided by Julie Morris and Clara Kelly. Today's text team is Herb Axe, Larry Sherwood, and Kathy Partridge, because it takes a village to make a service. You are all welcome here today. In all the beauty of languages, cultures, skin tones, shapes and sizes, gifts and challenges that come together in your uniqueness, you are welcome here. In all the ways you experience and express gender, you are welcome here. Here, may you find a community striving to live by our commitment to the ideals of love, reason, justice, and compassion. Here, may you find the sanctuary you need and the inspiration you desire. You are invited to join us with a curious mind, a loving heart, and a willing spirit. We welcome you today as we ponder the mystery of this river called life. If you're new here, we're glad you found us and hope that whether you're with us in person or virtually, you can experience the warmth and love of this congregation. Please come back a few times to really get to know us. We have good opportunities throughout the week for social connection and spiritual growth. Folks on Zoom can check out the links in the chat to help you get connected. People here can stop by the welcome table in our foyer. We love to know who is among us. If you're new here, we'd like to say hello to you at the coffee hour. If you have not done so already, please visit the welcome desk after the service. After the service, the School of Spirit is hosting a campfire s'mores party along with our usual coffee hour, and everyone here is most welcome to come. Those of you in the sanctuary, please take a minute or two to greet your neighbors. If you're on Zoom, you're invited to say hello in the Zoom chat, and if you're new, we hope you'll introduce yourself so we can welcome you. Before we light our chalice, I have these words from Reverend Scott Taylor. Think, friends, of the sky, of the stars that dance like fireworks overhead. Think of the trees, budding or bare, and the rivers and rain, all a part of this living, breathing earth that makes our living and breathing possible. Think too of the faces that surround you. What a wonder it is that we don't have to travel this world alone. All of it is miracle. All of it is mystery. All of it deserves our awe. And so, may this light we now kindle and this time we now share illuminate the astonishing preciousness of it all. If you have a chalice at home, you can light it with us as we light our fellowship chalice. So we know where all our chalices are, please write in the chat chalice lit in the name of your town. Now, please say the words along with me as Shanti lights our chalice. We light this chalice for the warmth of love, the light of truth, and the energy of action. Dear ones, here we are gathered together on the last morning of the year to ponder the mysteries of this year and this life, a year of strife in the world when we needed each other and the world needed us and our aspirations. The coming year will be similar. We will need each other, and our communities, our nation, and our world will need our good works, our faith in love, reason, justice, and compassion. A part of the mystery is we never know when a small act of kindness will make a big difference, or when heartfelt compassion may heal a wound, or when speaking out for justice could bend history just a little. So we simply carry on with our small acts of good, with hope and faith. Let's prepare ourselves for another year of small kindnesses by looking forward and looking back, by leaving behind that which hinders us and embracing that which sustains us. Shanti has prepared a guided meditation that will call for us to be present here and now, including those of us on Zoom. There will be some minutes of silence. Everyone will need 2 slips of paper and something to write with, so Zoomies, please go find them now. Here in the sanctuary, if you don't have 2 slips of paper and a cute little pencil like they used to use in the bowling alleys, please raise your hand and our ushers will bring them to you. Is there anybody who didn't get one? We're all prepared. Let's take a minute. Okay, so we don't need to take a minute to make that happen while Julie doesn't need to play something lovely. After a minute or so, Shanti will ring the second bowl and our guided meditation will begin.
Sorry. I'm on. I'll need that later. I'm going to talk a lot here, so. Good morning. I'm Shanti Samani. My pronouns are she, her, and hers. I'm a member of the congregation and the service associate for the service today. I invite you now to allow the sounding of the second bowl to draw you into the mystery of this ever unfolding present and into the warmth of our gathered community. Follow the sound of the bowl into the silence. This morning, I'd like to lead us in a guided meditation and a sort of ceremony to help us bring in the new year. This meditation is my adaptation of Jack Kornfield's Mind Like the Sky meditation. I think we're about 50-50 on the words that came out in the end. To begin with, sit comfortably and at ease. During sitting meditation, we want to sit upright in order to encourage alertness, but also to find a position that's relaxed and easy, which encourages ease. So please find a posture which suits you. You may gently close your eyes if you are comfortable doing so, or you may also rest with the eyes open with a soft, unfocused gaze. Take a few slow, full breaths, releasing them slowly. Allow the body to relax completely and become still. Rest, rest in this stillness and sense of ease. Allow your awareness to rest with the sensations of breathing. Perhaps you notice the rising and falling of the abdomen, or the expansion and contraction of the rib cage, or maybe even the subtle touch of breath at the edge of a nostril. Now allow awareness to shift away from breathing and begin to listen to the play of sounds around you. Notice those sounds that are loud or soft, near or farther away. Allow the sounds to come to you. Just listen. Notice how some sounds arise and vanish, leaving no trace. While other sounds seem continuous. As you listen, let yourself sense or imagine that your mind is expanding to be like the sky. Open, clear, vast like space. There is no inside and no outside of mind. Let the awareness of your mind extend in every direction like the sky. So now the sounds you hear will arise and pass away in the open space of your own mind. Relax in this openness and just listen. Let the sounds that come and go, far and near, Be like clouds in the sky of your own awareness. The play of sounds moves through the sky, appearing and disappearing with no resistance. As you continue to rest in this open awareness, notice how thoughts and images also arise and vanish like sounds. Allow the thoughts and images to come and go without struggle or resistance. Pleasant and unpleasant thoughts, images, words, and feelings all move unrestricted in the space of mind. Problems, possibilities, joys, and sorrows come and go like clouds in the clear sky of mind. Now let this spacious awareness notice the body. Become aware of how the sensations of breath and body float and change in this same open sky of awareness. The breath breathes itself. It moves like a breeze. The body is not solid. It is felt as sensations. Sensations of hardness and of softness, of pressure, perhaps tingling, of warm, of cool, sensation, all floating in the space of the mind's awareness. Let the breath move freely. Rest in this openness. Allow sensations to float and change. Allow all thoughts and images, feelings and sounds to come and go like clouds in the naturally clear, transparent, timeless open space of awareness. With your mind's eye, bring your own heart into this loving open space. Your own heart, whose nature is also loving and open. Since before you were born, your heart has served you faithfully and tirelessly. It is incredibly strong and resilient. yet it is also incredibly sensitive and vulnerable. It has the potential for unbounded kindness and love as endless as the sky. And it has the potential for deep pain and compassion, enough to know the suffering of all that lives under the sky. With deep love and affection, bring your own heart into your awareness. Now, into your soft, open heart, drop the seed of this question. What is my heart's deepest longing for this life? Allow the heart itself to answer this question. When the answer arises, please write it down onto one of the 2 note cards you have. Then gently drop back into the quiet, open space of awareness and rest there, relaxed and at ease. What is my heart's deepest longing for this life? Or what does my heart deeply long for? Take, take about just one more minute to write down your heart's answer to this question. If an answer has not yet arisen, don't be concerned. Be at peace knowing that if need be, you can return to this question again at another time. Now set that question aside and take a moment to reconnect with the open space of awareness, to effortlessly sink more deeply into the quiet with a soft, open heart, relaxed and at ease. I have heard it said that we must release the old so that the new may enter. Ram Dass offers this prescription for peace. Let go of the past with forgiveness. Let go of the future with no anticipation. Let go of the past with forgiveness. Let go of the future with no anticipation. And where does that leave us? Each of us carries our personal psychic baggage along with us in our lives. We carry our personal history and the conditioning of a lifetime. We carry our habitual and reactive patterns of behaviors of body, of speech, and of mind. And we each carry personal regrets, resentments, and disappointments about some of the events of our lives. Consider Ram Dass's advice to let go of the past with forgiveness and drop this seed of a question into your tender and loving heart. What do I wish to let go of with forgiveness? Or you may ask, what baggage am I carrying which no longer serves me? When an answer arises, please write it down on the second note card. What baggage am I carrying which no longer serves me? What do I wish to let go of with forgiveness? Take about Take about 1 more minute to write down your heart's answer to to this question. If an answer has not yet arisen, remember that you can always return to this question again at another time and as many times as you wish. Dear friends, this concludes our meditation and contemplation. I suggest to everyone, including those on Zoom, that you keep the note card containing your heart's deepest longing. And maybe you would even like to rewrite it on a really nice piece of paper and put it on your altar at home if you keep an altar. Or just find some way to remind yourself of your intention to honor your heart's deepest longing during the coming year and beyond the coming year. After the service, as Eric mentioned, there will be a fire outside here in the COVID. In the cove. No COVID. Never cough with that. So I suggest after the service you take that other card, which is your baggage you wish to let go of, or the forgiveness for the past, and put that in the fire as a symbolic act of your intention to let go of that which no longer serves you. Alternatively, if you like, after the service, if you don't want to go to the fire, you can drop your card in this brass swan here, and Eric or I will put it in the fire for you. Thank you for joining in this meditation and contemplation. Thank you.
And continuing in our contemplative spirit, we are going to sing together today, but let's stay right where we are. This is hymn 1009 in your teal hymnal, but some of you might not even need your hymnal for meditation on breathing. We're going to start with the drone, which you'll notice is the third line down, just goes breathe in, breathe out. We'll start there. Some of you might want to just stay and camp out on that line and keep singing it. Some of us will move on to the line that's marked melody. If you know the descant, go for it. I'm coming back from having lost my voice completely. So that will not be me today. But if you know it and you want to pipe in, you certainly can. This is a round, so all these pieces fit in beautifully together, just like we do. So let's start together with the drone for meditation on breathing. Breathe
Life is a mystery to me. An infant smile, a clematis vine in bloom. The universe is a mystery and a wonder to me. 2 trillion galaxies in the observable universe. 4 quintillion black holes. Yeah. And it's not just me, I'm in good company. Albert Einstein said, "The human mind is not capable of grasping the universe." We are like little children entering a huge library. The walls are covered to the ceilings with books in many different tongues. The child knows that someone must have written those books. It does not know who or how. It does not understand the languages in which they are written, but the child notes a definite plan in the arrangement of the books, a mysterious order which it does not comprehend, but only dimly suspects. So that's us, young children in a cosmic library. To contemplate the mysteries of life that are beyond our normal comprehension is properly called mysticism. I used to think that meant Ouija boards and seances, but it doesn't really. Mysticism is variously defined as an altered state of consciousness given spiritual meaning, or to become one with God or the Absolute, or to undergo experiences by which one intuitively comprehends truths beyond human understanding. Buddhism, Hinduism, Taoism, Islam, Christianity, Druidism, shamanism, and uncounted native spiritual paths have all have practices that can be fairly described as mystic. Shanti asks us to try to answer a question with our open hearts instead of our minds, and that too is mysticism. Humanists also have their mystics. In case the term is new to you, humanists generally disavow the supernatural and the divine, so one may be a bit surprised to hear about mystical humanists. In this little book, this is a great little book that I got here some years ago, Humanist Voices in Unitarian Universalism. In this book, David Bumbaugh explains his mystical humanism. Quote, "My mysticism was anchored in a profound appreciation for the natural world, an unshakable conviction that we are rooted in unbreakable coexistence with all that is, that the distinctions we make between ourselves and others, between human and non-human, between living and non-living, are useful fictions. But that beneath those distinctions is a bond that unites us with all that is or was or ever will be. Therefore, the choices we make, the work we do, and the lives we construct echo through time and space. No deity required there." Contemporary mystic humanist Sanderson Jones, founder of the Sunday Assembly, explains it this way. "To me," he says, "mystic humanism is a transcendental, ecstatic experience of the joy of being alive, brought on by facing my total extinction square in the face. In the context of total annihilation after our death," he continues, "and the void before it, our brief lives are magical, miraculous gifts. Compared to the big nothing, then the simplest sensation, the tap of my fingers on this keyboard, for instance, can become a joyous reminder of the blessing of existence." End quote. For me, personally, my intuition, my heart, tells me there is still something more. There are moments, thin places, when I feel the divine. I feel there is a spirit in the universe, and it is unnameable, ineffable, and omnipresent. Perhaps I should call it the Tao. 2,500 years ago, the Chinese philosopher Lao Tzu wrote in the first verse of the Tao Te Ching, "The Tao that can be told is not the eternal Tao. The name that can be named is not the eternal name." So when I worship, when I pray, it is to the Spirit whose essence I feel in those precious moments, the unnameable, ineffable, incomprehensible, indestructible, numinous Spirit of love. That is the mysticism I embrace. So here is my heart's greatest longing. To love. To love without judgment, reservation, or fine print, with all my being. I'm very far from that now, but that is my longing, to love simply and fully to the end of my time, so those drops of love will flow to the ocean of love I can't see, but my heart tells me is there. May it be so.
Oh,
Kind of anticlimactic. And now I invite you into our time of community connection, our time of sacred sharing. If you're on Zoom and you'd like to share a joy or concern, please type it into the chat window, sending it to everyone, and let us know briefly what is in your heart today. I will read out loud what you share, and Shanti will add a stone to our sacred waters on your behalf. If you're in the sanctuary today, you can come up front, share your joy or concern using a microphone, holding it straight out in front of you, and add a stone to the waters. Or you can add a stone in silence. Wherever you are, please tell us your name and where you live when you share. Please put in one last stone for the suffering in Gaza, in Israel, in Ukraine, and all the bad things caused by misgovernance and human misdeeds. And one last stone for any joys and concerns that remain in the silent sanctuary of our hearts, knowing that even in our silence, we are bound together in the web of life. Dear friends, we share these joys and sorrows together in a spirit of trust and empathy, death and loss, joy for this community. I offer this edited prayer from Reverend Joan Javier Duval. Spirit of life, Mother of all mystery beyond our understanding, here we are, living, breathing creatures with minds that wonder and hearts that feel awe. We face questions that can't be answered and tragedies that can't be explained. May we find patience in all that is unanswered and peace in all that will never be explained. May we hold ourselves in gentleness with all that brings us worry and all that makes our hearts break. May we feel the breath of life moving in us and through all things, bringing us into greater union with the mysterious universe. Blessed be. Amen.
Each week we have an opportunity to engage in our community's practice of generosity by giving half of our plate away to organizations that share our values. Today the half plate goes to our own Minister's Discretionary Fund. The Minister's Discretionary Fund is available to help congregants who need financial assistance. Our sacred covenant, our promise to care for one another, helps remind us of our interconnectedness and love for our beloved community. You can text your donation to the number on the screen, or if you are at the fellowship today, place a donation in the offering plate as it passes. Please give generously as you so often do.
For the work of this fellowship, bringing love, reason, justice, and compassion to the world, and for the minister's discretionary fund, we dedicate these offerings. Mercifully, there's only one announcement today, and it's a really important one. Mark your calendars for the goodbye party for Reverend Lydia on Saturday, January 20th at 2 to 5 here in the Boulder Valley UU Fellowship. This is an event not to be missed. Live bluegrass music from the Hummingbirds, good food, storytelling, abundant love and laughter will fill the building as we celebrate Reverend Lydia's 16 years with us with a fun and festive going away party. We would love to have some helping hands to make this special event run smoothly. Please sign up in person or reply to kitchenteam@bvuuf.org. If you can bring a plated, ready-to-eat, savory or sweet finger food dish to share, or if you can volunteer for 1 hour in the kitchen. The kitchen team will be in the fellowship hall after the service with sign-up sheets and more details. And now we'll extinguish our chalice, and Shanti's standing by. Please say these words together with me. We extinguish this chalice, but not the warmth of love, the light of truth, nor the energy of action. These we carry in our hearts until we meet again. Beloveds, may our listening deepen, our trust in grace flourish, our joy be unleashed. Friends, the mystery envelops us, the breath of life flows through us always. May our gratitude illuminate the astonishing preciousness of it all. Let's rise and join hands. And feel that energy flowing through us, flowing through this community. We are so fortunate. Now, let us go forth and have s'mores.